Okay, so we're still at Delta 74, Chorman Airport, and we're going to fly this Beech 18 out of here over to Sussex County Airport, probably 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. But weather's starting to build up here now. We're expecting some snow later on, so we'll see what happens. I think that's going to be quite a ways from now, so let's go ahead and fire this girl up and get her up to Georgetown. Alrighty, we'll bring that down for now. Bring our mixtures up. I do a real quick start here. That's probably open. Reset the tuner. There we go. Go ahead and bring the landing lights up. Bring the P.2 right in. And we'll select left. Alright, so we had a clean start on one. Watch the oil pressure and the temperature. Okay, she's starting to move a little bit. Let's go ahead and select the right engine. And then we got a clean start on that one. Go ahead and turn the avionics on. All right, let's go ahead and do a slow taxi out. Reactor. Little bump right here. Whoop. Okay. Not too bad. So a friend of mine had a Beech 18, and they had a contract with the state of Delaware. I'm not sure if it was the entire state, but I think it was Kent, Sussex counties for mosquito control. Which there was a building out of Milford Airport that serviced the aircraft as far as putting heated control fluid, which I believe was oil water, if I'm not mistaken. But Jimmy used to fly that plane 400 feet off the deck throughout lower Delaware, spraying for mosquitoes. Actually got to make a trip with him one time, and wow, how exciting was that. This is before I even had a pilot's license, but one of the reasons I decided to get my license because I just like, oh man, this is just too much fun here. All right, so
Whiskey 4 1 traffic generic November 405 tree 2, taking off runway tree 2 west departure.
Alright, so we'll close that window. I'm going to put the brakes on. Let's bring the RPMs up high. Make sure we got max power here. Alright, bring 1 notch of flaps in. Temperature, pressures, oil. Looking good. Everything's in the green. I think I gotta bring this to over here as well. Okay, that's good enough for government work. Let's go ahead and get going. So we should make it look like a real airplane. Neo Ken. Alright, let's roll. Airspeed's alive.
9er tree Mike Delta traffic generic November 5 tree 64, taking off runway tree 0 departure to the west.
Really got all center line there. It's my fault. Bring the gear up. And we'll bring the flaps up. I must say that the modeling on this Beech 18 is really spot on. I mean, she handles heavy, like a heavy plane. Doesn't roll around the sky like a Cherokee or a Cessna 172. And even a little heavier feeling than the like the PA-30 Twin Comanche. Comanche feels a lot lighter on the controls. Right, so we'll kind of level things out here. 1,000. Ratio settle in. Beautiful airplane. A little bumpy up here today. Now, it wasn't earlier. It is now. Of course, that system is coming in from the southwest. So. Like the metal 18 better than the solid red. This particular red on my system is I don't know, it's kind of a strange looking red, but I guess you'd call it maybe a fire engine red, something like that. But I like the polished metal ones a little better. Alright, so let's bring the props back a little bit. That down to 31 on the manifold pressure. He likes that. She's happy right there. We're kind of heading toward ATR, which is the DV. And on approaches to Georgetown, you can come into the ATR and turn inbound to 22. We're not going to quite go to ATR, but we'll get over in that direction and then turn 22 for the landing. Pretty bumpy in here right now. That's amazing. Probably within 40 minutes of my last live flight to the airport where we just took off from. Fairly smooth, not a cloud in the sky. Right now, I think well, what we'll do is we'll fly down to Lewis Beach, a little farther past ATR. ATR NDB is right up in here. Lewis is right here off Cape and Milford Point. We'll fly to Lewis Beach, do a 180, come back, and then make our approach into Georgetown. Give you some more view. Terrain looks really good. Very impressed. Let's see if we can burn too much here. She's burning like a belly stove. Typically these two engines will burn 50 gallons each an hour.
Kilo Alpha India Yankee traffic generic November 80210, taking off runway 29er departure to the west.
Which always just amazed me. Even when before I was flying, and my buddy was flying an 18, I was just totally amazed, like how the hell afford that. That was back then. Now think about what your cost is. So as you can see, the NDB is right off our left. Not quite at the coastline. The engine cowling's actually, the engine itself is blocking the NDB, but anyway, it's down there. So we're going to fly down here. This is Lewis Beach in here, a really nice family-oriented resort area. Put it that way. Right down below the plane right now is Roosevelt Inlet. Comes in through a canal right below the plane, right down in here, which runs right into downtown Lewis, which is right here. Very, very, very nice little community right here. Beautiful town, old town. And this beach is really nice. Can't beat it. And then this area up here is Cape and Lopin State Park, owned by the state of Delaware. And it's all state park. And there's camping, primitive camping. There's cabins. You can surf fish all along this beach with permits. And there's excellent surfing right here if you're into surfing. Like growing up, that was one of the spots we would go and surf at. Really nice. Alright, so let's turn. We'll come back toward ATR. Down in here, off these dunes, are World War II artillery batteries. The weapons were actually underground, and they could fire some pretty heavy-duty rounds out in this bay between here and New Jersey. New Jersey's right over here, and their area of concern was this crossing here. So there was big, huge weapons, the size that you would see basically on the SS Arizona World War II type battleships. They were that big. They would break glass when they would do their test firing. They would break windows and glass in the town of Lewis right up here. Those things were so loud, so loud. All right, let's keep peeling on over. So the ATR is right here, this white building. That's the NDB. I could change to about 2-3. or 24 in that area. That'll get us in the direction of the airport. About, no, we don't want that much. There we go. That's it.
Delta Echo 27 traffic generic November 30169er 12 miles southeast inbound visual runway tree 4.
Bring her
Delta
down to
Echo
about
27
2,000
traffic
feet.
generic November 30169er is on final runway tree 4 to land.
We'll bring our props up. Still a little bumpy, but not bad. That's probably good enough. Go off here at about 1400. And we'll keep creeping this airspeed back. So we have the autopilot on. This is an old autopilot, by the way. So we have it on, and as you can see, when you start bringing that throttle back, she's trying to hold that nose up, keep that same attitude, and it'll start fighting it after a while. And really working the surveys hard to keep the attitude that you want. So you don't want to run it too long like that, where you decide just go ahead and pull the auto off and hand fly it in. I know many pilots get themselves into trouble because they brought the throttle back with the autopilot on, and the aircraft constantly wants to try to keep that attitude where it was at cruise. And as you can see, we're down close to 100 knots, and you can see the aircraft pitching now. So we'll go ahead and turn the autopilot off. Now she should kind of smooth out a little bit.
Kilo Alpha India Yankee traffic generic November 3557 Kilo 1 mile southwest 200 feet inbound to land runway 29er.
So there's runway 22 and 4. So we're gonna just kind of not quite intersect the runway, but stay on this side of it for a downwind to runway 4. I usually turn my heading bug. To the runway heading. It helps you make your turns a little better. Gives you an idea where everything is. Not looking over, which as you can see, that big old engine ourselves just covers everything up. So we're in flat speed. I'm going to go ahead and bring one notch of flaps in. Starting to get a little stuttering. Much. That's the gear warning. We'll bring in one more bunch of flaps. Go ahead and get the gear down. And we got green light. Good. Go ahead and turn base leg. I'm watching that heading bug. That heading bug to go at about 9 o'clock. A lot of times I use that lake out there as a reference point. If we look left, we should be able to see just a little bit of that runway. Our turn, just a little late on the turn, but not bad. So harnesses are tight. Pressures, temperatures, and fuel all look good. We got 2 notches of flaps in. We got gear down and confirmed with a green light. We're ready to put wheels down. Squirrel will sink very quick when you reduce that power. You're kind of constantly working that throttle. Kind of like bringing a DC-3 in, really. Using that throttle to keep that pitch where you want it. And the other thing is this squirrel will bounce like crazy if you come in too hot. Nose straight. and came off center line there. Wait a minute. Bad on mine part. Okay, we'll bring the flaps up. Over at Sussex County Airport in Georgetown, Delaware. And we're getting in here at the right time because the stuttering is getting worse. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the fuel because I'm going to need some on my next flight.
Delta Echo 27 traffic generic November 30169er is on base runway 34. Delta Echo 27
I usually like to bring it up to about 80%. And we'll back her up a little bit. That's enough. That was close. We're going to park her right up here. All right, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that flight with the Beech 18. Beautiful airplane, a blast to fly, especially on long distance. Cross-country trips and stuff, excellent to fly. Talk to you later.